I look crazy. What's up? What's up? Do put up a little Instagram post real quick. I have so many dishes in my sink. Now, if I don't unload the dishwasher in the morning, cleaning people ain't gonna clean the sink. What's up, y'all? We are live on Bradley Party of Six YouTube channel. Come check us out. My stuff ain't good enough.
I was kind of too far over.
Well, the camera look better today, don't it?
Look, same as usual.
I don't know. Look a little better today. Maybe the computer had an upgrade or something. Hey, what's up, girl? Welcome. What you doing?
About to post this link into the thing.
Oh. All right, y'all. Today, I just now noticed this has calories on it. I feel like none of my wine. They don't, do they? I just turned this bottle around and realized this wine has nutritional information on it, which none of my wine ever does. Oh, okay. So this is the Magic Hour Peach Moscato. This is like a $5 wine at the grocery store. I've seen it at several different grocery stores, and it's 110 calories, 5 servings per bottle. So for 5 fluid ounces, it's 110 calories. So if I drink this whole bottle, that's only 550 calories. I mean, that's really not bad, is all I'm saying. If you got some extra calories in your calorie count. Hey, Crystal, Jared, tell Mom I said happy birthday. Tell Mom I said what's up. Wishing her a lifetime of blessings and love and all of that. We should all be so blessed if we celebrate another birthday, especially with everything going on in the world today. Like, we should all be so blessed if we get to celebrate another one. Hey, Yvette. Oh, so you guys, there is so much to catch up on, which I guess some of the stuff I want to tell you, you'll see in upcoming vlogs. You know, you'll see how it all unfolds, whether it be on my main channel, Camellia Yvette, or this channel. You'll see kind of how everything unfolds, but there's so much to catch y'all up on. So much. So I'm so excited. He posted on Instagram, so here he comes. But what's been up with y'all? Oh, hey, girl. Thanks for jumping on. Thank you for jumping on. For the time that you have. Hopefully, everybody's been doing well. Like I keep saying, we've just had so much going on over the last few weeks, and I don't know. Like, I had to go to work all last week, and then I went to work like half of this week, like actually in the office. And I feel like that just threw my whole life upside down. And it did. You think I'm being dramatic? I have not went in the office that much. Even when before the pandemic, I was only going in the office like 3 or 4 times a week. And so it just threw my whole life upside down. And I was like, how did I ever work a job where I literally had to go into the office 5 days a week? Like, I don't remember how I functioned before working remotely. I really don't. It's crazy to see how, you know, how different life is from then and now. But I don't know how it would have functioned. I don't know how it will function now. And I was barely making it last week.
Yeah, I know.
You've been laughing at me because I'm like,
I went out of town, work, came back, went to the office.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, I still been in the office, and I went out of town for work, and I still went in the office.
You ain't going to the office on Wednesday?
One day.
And you're not going tomorrow?
Okay, that's 2 days.
Right. So I'm saying, how do I go? I didn't want to.
I still was in the office 3 days a week and traveled on Sunday all day.
I can never go back into the office 5 days a week working for anybody.
And the only reason I didn't go in office on Wednesday is because so I would have went, but I knew what was going down, so I didn't go.
I can never, ever, ever go in the office 5 days a week again. What you got to say?
I ain't got nothing to say. Let's fix this camera a little bit here.
What's wrong with it?
We've got a lot of overhead space here, so I'm just trying to. I be trying to make sure shit right. You be kind of, I'm just trying to make sure shit right. Hit my angles. Make sure my brownness is coming through right. It's not these lights already be making me sweat. Shit.
How's they making you sweat?
I said they be making me sweat by the end of the thing. Just saying. My forehead look all shiny.
Whatever. Oh, you closing your house. Congratulations. That's exciting. That is so exciting. Wish I could work.
These gas prices are ridiculous.
They are crazy. Everything is crazy. Because I was talking to a coworker yesterday. We were just talking about how we were talking about annual increases and how inflation is
that
so
was me.
high.
I thought that was us talking the other day.
No.
Oh, you had a conversation?
Yeah, yesterday I had another conversation.
We talked about that, how inflation isn't keeping up. I mean, raises ain't keeping up with inflation.
And that's what we were talking about. Like I was talking to our to one of our VPs I was talking to, and we were having a conversation, and he was asking me about annual increases because y'all know I work in HR, so I'm on the HR team, so I probably get that information first. But he was asking about annual increases and what they were going to be. And I told him, and he was like, man, that's just, I mean, people aren't going to be happy. That's just not keeping up with inflation.
3% is, so like, it's funny because like when you get your when you get your 3%, and some people don't get 3%, crazy enough, but when you get your 3% and you salaried, it's still like, but it's still like at least a couple $1,000s. You like, maybe so like an extra $100 on your paycheck. I remember when I used to work hourly, and I would see that raise, that's 3%, and it would be like, oh, your standard pay went from $20.16 to $20.36 an hour. Like what? Like this? What is this?
That's like the hospital. They used to get them.
That's what quarter raises. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. When I worked at the house, it was like, it went from like 2016 to like 2036.
That ain't nothing, man.
2040. I was like, what is this?
That is like, I mean, and as high as stuff is today, like we were talking, and I was like, I usually, when I'm at the grocery store, like I've been getting better lately, but normally I barely look at the prices. I just be like, okay, we need it. No, but I just be like, no.
Yeah, we just had a conversation before we got on this. We shouldn't even say a conversation. I said something and I just walked away. We'll talk about that later.
But I just be like, we need it. You know, when we at the grocery store, it's like, you know, we got 4 kids. There's certain things that we have to keep in the house. So we need it. I just get it. I try to get the best price, but I just get it. And so I never really like really paid attention to pricing. And then here lately, like I've started looking at prices and I'm like, was I paying this price like 6 months ago? Like this was not this price 6 months ago. No. And it's just like, God damn, like it's crazy.
Inflation is real. Inflation with everything is real. It was funny you talk about that. I had, and putting that in like a small comparison. I was in Dollar General yesterday when I was picking up. What did I go to Dollar General for yesterday? Pick up for us. I can't remember. Oh, juice for the girls for lunches. And I was standing in line, and the Mike and Ike's, they had the Mike and Ike sitting there. They still $0.25, but the box used to be like this. It's like half the size now. It's still $0.25, but it's like half the size it was now.
Every time I see them $4 chips and they $2 now, every single time.
And they ain't got no, and they smaller. They're not even the same size. They're smaller.
They're smaller and they're $2 Every time I see that, it makes me sick. I could never even bring myself to buy them. It's just
the 90s
crazy.
Used to be able to go, man. I feel bad for kids now. Like that's what when Raya was like. Said she wanted to go spend her $5, and I was like, "Baby, that $5 ain't getting you nothing." I remember when you gave me $5 back in the day as a kid. I was acting bougie in the corner store. I was getting 4 bags of chips. I was getting I was getting 2 pops. I was getting some Little Debbie snacks. I was getting some dollars, and I was coming home with change. Now you go to the store with $1. You can't even get it. I was getting a squeezy juice and a pop. You can't even get. You get one drink.
Yeah, if that.
If that.
It's crazy.
Love the shirt, man. Thank you. This is one of my favorite t-shirts. I saw this in the store and I could not pass it. Like, it's probably one of my favorite Martin episodes. This gotta be like top 5 favorite. Gina, what you got there? She came out now.
Oh, that's the whole thing. I'm still paying for that.
Yeah, this was I love this shirt. Was literally looking. It's a house shirt now because I've worn it so many times, but I'm trying to see if I can find it online. But thank you.
Haven't been back in the office. Oh, at all?
2 years.
Oh, she said, yeah, they closed the building and it's up for sale. They're actually where I work, so our company owned it was like we had like a whole campus. Our company owned the whole campus, and they actually just announced that they were selling it yesterday. And so they're selling the campus, and we're still going to be on the campus, but we're going to be like condensed in one building, and another company is taking on the campus. It just makes no sense. It's like a commercial real estate firm that's taking on the campus now. It just makes no sense for companies to keep all this office space. Which
is funny because you're speaking of that. Like, I think Joe Biden became like public enemy number 1 this week, talking about people that COVID is slowing down and we can come back into the office and it's time to get our downtowns filled back. It was like, if you don't want to be our president no more, just say that.
Just say that.
Just say that. Ain't nobody trying to go for that shit, dude.
She said that's impeach this man because he clearly see now saying stuff like that.
Like, what is you talking
nobody
about?
Going back in this office. I think this is permanent like status at this point.
I think a hybrid status is definitely going to be like, as I was talking to my boss when I was out of town and his boss, and we was all sitting there and we was talking, and they basically both was like, I can't do a position that is at minimum is not hybrid. Like, I will never work for somebody that is not at least hybrid. I will not do it.
I know I won't.
Because he was talking about, like, he was saying like he's thinking about moving. Like, obviously, because he's completely, like, our office is here in Cleveland. He lives in a whole other state. And he's talking about he's thinking about moving. Like, I always wanted to live in Denver. So he's thinking about leaving and packing and moving to Denver.
That's the awesome thing about it. Like, if I can do my job and I don't have to be sitting there looking at you, I don't need to be sitting there looking at you.
Well, you're still gonna be looking at. You got Zoom meetings and Teams. Well,
I'm talking about
walking past somebody's office. Yeah. I mean, I do miss that. Like, it was like, I do like it was even. It's a little. We talked about this before. Like, it's that personal feeling is gone. Like, even today, I went in the office today, and I went up to see a coworker, and I went in her office. I was like, "You on a call?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "Well, I want to ask you something." She's like, "Well, can you email me?" I was like, "Well, damn, what's the point of being in the office if this is just like you're not on the call? You're not. Not that she wasn't busy, but it's like, hey, I just want you to look over this real quick with me."
But and that's part of it too. I feel like people even act like they're remote when they're in the office because we don't have meetings in person. Now, I told you I've been in the office for the last week and a half working on something that we were doing. And for the past week and a half, I've been holed up in this conference room with like 4 other people. And I'm not going to lie, it was kind of nice. I didn't want to go in every day, but it was kind of nice. Just like two of them started during the pandemic. The other 2 I knew better because they started before the pandemic, but 2 of them started during the pandemic, and I was on maternity leave during the pandemic. So, I mean, they're on my team, so I know them, I talk to them, but I mean, honestly, it's been a limited amount of time that I've seen them in person. And usually when you're on Teams or on Zoom or on a work call, you're not really making personal talk, So we were holed up in this conference room for the past 8 days, and I've got to know them so much better in these past 8 days than I have in the past year and a half, just because we were together. So I do understand that personal connection, but I ain't going in 5 days a week. I ain't going in 4 days a week. I probably ain't going in 3 days a week, let's be honest. But I think 1 to 2 days a week is reasonable.
I think if you're going to do that, I think kind of what we talked about in the car, like make it a real interaction day is kind of what those 2 days need to be, and kind of getting a blueprint behind that. Because hell, I went out of town with my boss this week, And I was like, today was probably like our most loose one-on-one. It didn't feel tense. It was like kind of like, oh, we were just hanging with each other for the past 2 days. It was kind of like a, all right, well, what you got going on type of, and we joked for about the first 15 minutes of the call before we even got into work stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting this time of days. Right here. Half tank of gas last night was $40. Lord Jesus. Roll home in silence.
Yeah, that's facts. I think our new car that we bought, when we the first time we filled it up, it cost like $37 from E to F. It was like $37.50 or something like that, $38. We filled it up from a quarter like last week, and it was $62. And that was from a quarter. It was $62.
It's crazy.
And they talking about it's still rising. Prices in San Francisco, I think I told Cece this, was it's like $6.15 a gallon.
I'll be right at home. I can't come in today. I'll be right at home.
$6.15 a gallon.
And the funny thing is, all those companies, like all those like Silicon Valley companies, like Facebook, Google, all of those companies, they are, I think as of next month, they're like, I know Google is starting to require that their people come into the office. I think it's team-based, but they're starting to require that their people come in the office a couple of days a week because they bought all this nice commercial real estate. They have these decked out offices they're paying so much for and nobody's using. So they like have to. I mean, they have to. Run up at least. But they probably bought that space.
True.
I would assume, not leased it.
Hey, y'all. Thanks, CC, for
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to spread positivity. What's that mean?
Nothing. You do. You definitely spend positivity.
Speaking of spending, IKEA finally had the rest of the stuff I needed to finish my closet back in my room back there. They finally had the rest of the stuff I needed tonight. I've been checking like every week. I checked just like 30 minutes ago. Finally had everything else I needed in stock, so I grabbed it.
Speaking of which, I never said yes when we was talking.
Oh, I thought when you said,
I just got up and walked away.
I thought that meant yes.
No, we had the Klarna, the death of Klarna conversation, and I just got up and I said I'm done, and I walked away.
So I was going to. We talked about Klarna, and I was going to split the payments up in 4, but I was like, you know what? He said he don't like Klarna, so I just paid for it.
It's not that I don't like Klarna. It's all these Klarnas. It's so many Klarnas.
Anyway,
that's what I don't like.
I got my closet, the rest of my closet, and it'll be coming next Friday. And I saved us $20 because I could have got the delivery where they bring it in here like I did last time because you weren't going to be home. But since you're going to be home next Friday, you just could pull it in.
You paid $20 for somebody to walk?
Because I couldn't do it. That stuff is I couldn't pull that in here.
Okay, I would have pulled it in when I got home.
I needed it in the house. So I saved us $20 this time because I figured you could do it. My job gave us an extra 10 cents and told us that they didn't want to give us that. Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Leave that job, girl. Mm-mm.
I mean, it is a lot of jobs out here that's like not even giving the 3%, which I find like crazy.
Especially the job market is so hot right now. Leave it.
Hell, Target, what, $24 an hour?
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of people trying to get those jobs, but $24 an hour.
You know what? I tried to work at Target. I applied for Target like 3 different times and they never called me back.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard to try to get in it. I don't know what Target.
I've applied for Target several times. Like when I was in college,
I applied for Target a few times.
They never called me back ever. Like they refused to call me.
I don't know what the hiring could do because I applied for Target.
I've seen some of the people they hired. They could have called me. The store 2 steaks, $22. They going up, girl. They are going up. Speaking of steaks, though, they opened a Trader Joe's up the street, so I go every week now. It's like my little ritual. I go every week. I pick up my flowers. I pick up my eucalyptus. And for the last 4 weeks, I've been picking up filet mignon. So they have like these really thick, good cuts of filet mignon. And I pay like $25 for 2 thick, big ones, and we like have steak night every week now, me and him, and I don't know, we feed the kids whatever we got here, waffles, cereal on that night, and we have our filet mignon, and it is so good from Trader Joe's. FYI. Hey Mara.
Hey Mara.
Are y'all flying out of Cincinnati in September or Cleveland? Because everybody got their tickets today, and I was just wondering.
Why would they drive up here?
If my aunt, I don't know. You know Robert cheap.
Robert it's called frugal.
Robert
it's not cheap. It's called frugal.
I was just wondering if y'all got on the flight.
My coworker, God bless her heart, her and her husband have 12 children in the press. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been hell on them. We went to that video was on our channel. We went to BJ's, and one of the lady was behind us, she's like, we're having a party? And we were like, no, this is regular grocery shopping for a family of 6.
Yeah. Yeah, we had two carts piled high. Like every time we go to like one of those big box stores, BJ's or Sam's Club, we like pile the carts high because I mean we need this stuff like for lunches, and MJ eats regular food. So I mean we have 4 kids who eat regular food, so plus us.
Yeah.
So, and then diapers, wipes sometimes, which that'll be going away soon. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, she was like, y'all having a party?
Yeah.
That was I think we spent $800 on groceries that day.
He was like, no, ma'am, we are not. This is going to last 3 weeks, and then we'll be back here.
Yeah, groceries are no joke right now.
Sort of like my job, home nurse. Like a home health nurse. Don't have to go into the office, and that's good. I'm telling you, I commend people who still go into the office every day.
That was me just a few weeks ago.
You're
just
right.
A couple months ago.
I almost lost my shit going into the office this week.
No, I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. Actually, funny enough, I said this to her today. I enjoy going into the office today. Maybe it's because I don't have to go in the office all the time, but like today I got up, I got dressed, I put my nice little jeans on, went in the office. Boom, I was there. It was like, all right, it was cool. It was cool being in the office today. Like, I don't know. It's nice to get out. Maybe because yesterday I didn't really do nothing sitting at home yesterday as much as I should have or could have. It was like, all right, well, I need to go to work to refocus. And that's what I did. I refocused.
Company time.
Well, I refocused. I refocused today at work. So it was nice to be in the office because I was like, all right, I got my ducks in a row. And then tomorrow, my work from home day. I know I'm ready for my work from home day tomorrow.
That's exactly why they want us back in the office, because all of like the downtowns are losing money. There used to be people littered downtown buying from the restaurants, the stores, all that stuff. Ain't no more of that.
Yeah, unless you got a good sports team.
Yeah, but that's not every day.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's how people buying lunch every day.
Yeah.
Parking every day.
Right. That's exactly why.
Yeah.
They want us back.
Public transportation every day.
Which they got at buses. I mean, RTA got to be dying. These gas prices, like they already charging people like so. Anybody out there who ride bus, let me know. But I remember this was a while ago when I got on the bus with you when you got drunk and left me downtown. And
I didn't leave you downtown. You left me
because you wanted to stay to get drunk more while we had kids that you picked up.
Cousin.
Yeah, and it was like $5 without you had to pay like an extra like 75 cents for a transfer. Like you got to pay for a transfer. Like back in the day, it's $1.25, and I got to ride 3 buses.
That's how they was losing money because we were using them transfers to get on the buses. That's exactly how they was losing money. Worked for Target years ago, and it's one of the worst jobs I've ever had.
Oh wow, why is that? When I see Target, it's you unboxing. It's funny.
It depends on what you do.
I was gonna say, I
think retail's brutal regardless.
It is.
If you're like in the store, retail's brutal. I don't care where you work.
Yeah.
Retail's gonna be brutal.
The hours.
Yeah. The hours, dealing with customers all day.
Oh my God, that's probably the number one thing I do not miss about retail is I don't have to deal with customers. You're not right. So many times that the customer is always right. I told many people that they wasn't right when I was talking to them though. Like, no, ma'am, that's not how this works. Or no, sir, that's not how this works. So they wasn't always right with me. But what's the word I'm looking for? The entitlement. Not having to deal with the entitlement of people.
You still gotta deal with that, but
I mean, like
customer,
yeah, not like, oh, you're supposed to do this. No, I'm not supposed to do that. Says who?
Yeah. Oh, at Trader Joe's, I haven't tried the lamb chops, but I just got the red shrimp yesterday, and it was I got it last week, and I ate it yesterday, and it was very good. Yep, was that yesterday I made it? No, you was home yesterday, so it was the day before, so it was Tuesday. I made it, and it was so good.
I'm talking about the dad came home to no food.
Did you come home to no food?
Yeah, it was no food here. We didn't cook or anything when I got home.
Oh yeah, I didn't cook for you. I cooked for the children.
You're right. I walked in the door and
that's right.
There was no food here.
You're right. I didn't cook for you.
I got home Tuesday.
Oh, y'all flying out of Cincy. Okay.
Got home Tuesday night.
What do you want?
I like her, but it's really, really bright. It's the same color as this morning.
These kids be so fake. Anything to get out of bed.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna be on. Go ahead. It's coming up.
Anything to get out of bed. So speaking of I guess the jobs, we're talking about jobs and office and stuff like that. I will tell you guys, I actually resigned from my current job. I put in my 2 weeks because I have another job. So I'm so excited. It's a fully remote role. Like my whole team is remote. My boss is remote. Her boss is remote, and so on and so forth. And it's going to be really cool. I've been vlogging like the whole process, the interview process, the getting the offer. I'm going to vlog my first day and putting in my 2 weeks and all of that. So I have like all of that footage that'll start coming out next week on my main channel. And I'm super excited. I start on the 21st, not this Monday coming up, but next Monday. And I mean, it's great. It's fully remote. It was a good size raise. It's a tech company, which I will let you guys know what company it is on my first day, like when I start. But it's a tech company, and so they give equity, which is a new piece of compensation that I had to get familiar with that I wasn't used to getting because I've never gotten it in another compensation package. So that's pretty cool, and I'm just super excited. It's been a lot going on over the past few weeks, like waiting on that offer. All right. Like waiting on that offer and all of that coming through. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be an employee relations partner. So I will be like right now, I'm an HR business partner. So at my company, it's pretty much everything. So our HR business partners at my current company is a one-stop shop for like everything human resources, right? So investigations, org design, if I have PIPs, if we have like a restructuring or anything like that, that is all me for the functions that I support. But in the new job, I will be doing pretty much all employee relations, investigations, like case management. So they have a case management system where an employee will put in a complaint or something like that. And then any of the escalated complaints, like anything dealing with any other protected classes or anything like that, that is what I will investigate. So I'm super excited to be starting a new chapter and starting something new. I've never had a fully remote role, one where there's literally no office, no home base. The company is based out of California. So yeah, there's no home base for me. Like I said, my boss, her boss, the team, they all work remotely. So it's going to be different as far as training and stuff goes, but I'm excited. New journey. it was time. It was time to do something different, and I'm super excited about it. I feel like it came at the right time, and yeah. So that's what's been going on. What's been going on with me? What you say? Don't worry. That's I've been watching your videos and bought your ebook, trying to navigate in the human. Oh, you're trying to get into HR? Okay. Memphis is ghetto with their hiring. HR can sometimes be rough to get into, I feel like. And then when you do, a lot of times you have to start from the bottom, and the bottom doesn't pay very well. I mean, I'll be upfront about that, but start networking. Start networking, meeting people, and seeing if you can get somebody to get you an in. All you need is somebody to vouch for you.
Ask Anna.
Shut up. Y'all, we've been watching Inventing Anna. We're almost done, aren't we? It's like a couple episodes left.
Like 3 or 4 episodes left.
We've been watching Inventing Anna on Netflix. It's so good. It's so good. Y'all gotta tell me if y'all watched it, and we can have a little powwow about it.
That's what I seen. I sent it a meme today. Like, gas prices at $4. Y'all take wire transfers.
I saw them. I'm going to the home and take blood pressure. Okay. Nurses are y'all special. Y'all are some special kind.
I know. People, it's so funny because when I was going on this last interview trail, like people like see my pivot on my resume. Like when they see it, that's literally the first thing that they're drawn to. It's like, oh, well, what made you get out of the medical field? Or did you feel like you dodged a bullet with getting out of the medical? You got out of the medical field just in time, huh?
Nurses are y'all a special kind of people.
Especially now, I feel like I couldn't imagine being a nurse in these past like 3 years, 2 years. I can't. Obviously, I'm still friends with a lot of people at the clinic, and I see, days I would come home and I would be like through. So I can only imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it'd be times when I would come home and I would talk to her and I'd be like, yeah, we had 3 colds today. Like and that was pre-COVID. I would come home and I'd be like, yeah, we had 3 cold blues today. Or I had the patient I've been taking care of for the past 3 weeks died, and I had a cold blue. And I had another cold blue I had to go help on another floor. So I can only imagine what COVID would it look like.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. Working workers' compensation, people are working from home now. We depend on people hurting themselves at work and business. Yeah, workers' comp is definitely. I've never even thought about that, but I could see that with people workers' comp. Like first of all, if you have a straight office worker population, workers' comp is probably already low. And then with like people who were like off work for a while or whatever, when everything shut down, I can definitely see that.
See what? I didn't read it. What was that?
How workers' comp cases
on the rise
are lower.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because people aren't at work.
Yeah. Hey, you can get a workers' comp claim, but I didn't realize because we had to pay out on workers' comp. For slip and fall in our parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Ain't nobody in the office. So like you hurt yourself at home, that's you tripped over it. I can't control that.
Thank you. Thanks, y'all. They don't protect the employees. They're all about the customer. As Mark said, the customer is always right. The lady threatening me because I defended myself. I got suspended.
I had that happen. I remember when I worked at
No.
I remember when I worked at this mental health place, and these patients, some of our patients was obviously mental health, and his patient had like broke the window to get in the building and was like assaulting one of our coworkers. I wasn't there that night. Assaulted one of our coworkers, and another one of my coworkers like grabbed the patient and like kind of like put him in a headlock to like get him off of the coworker, and he got let go because he put his hands on a patient. I'm like, what is
this person had mental health issues, so that's probably a different story. But people like you said, like customers, they have like a sense of entitlement. Like I've seen people treat people like retail workers and restaurant workers just so terrible, and you just like, what is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you?
I love that. It's some memes. Y'all know I love talking about my memes, but it's a meme out there like, let me see how you interact with a waiter or waitress, and that'll determine the type of person. Determine to me what type of person you are.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Yeah, I've never been like I'm a 20% guy. I'm a 20%er minimum. Like when I tip, 20% tip every single time. CC even times what CC be like, they didn't deserve 20%.
If they I'm not going to just over tip if you were like had bad service or like had an attitude or bad service. Like I don't even. Usually, it's not even a slow service that gets me because
it's the checking in that gets
or even it's the checking in, but it's also like your attitude too. Like I understand. I was a server before, so I understand when places are busy and sometimes you don't do as much checking in and you running around, so things are a little slower. Like I wouldn't take away tip because the food from the kitchen came out slow or because that's not the server's fault. And I've been in that position. I remember I was serving at IHOP and during college, and somebody she was like, the food came out from the kitchen. It was just really, really slow. You were really good. You know what I'm saying? You checked in on me a lot. You got our drinks. You really made us feel good and feel comfortable. But the food from the kitchen, I understand that wasn't your fault, but it was just so slow, so I can't tip you. And I was like, okay, lady.
You guys, that's when you actually speak to a manager.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's when you actually speak to a manager.
I ain't about to argue with you for the $3 you was gonna tip anyway. You weren't planning on tipping. That's what you meant to say.
Like that's my whole thing. Like me and her, when we go back and forth, like I always tip 20%. Sometimes I tip 25%. If it's really good service, you get 25 to 30% of a tip. Because I understand how hard those people work. But like
serving is rough.
Yeah, my whole thing be like the reason why I don't hold a lot of that stuff against, because like I don't know, maybe the chef back there screwed up and he grabbed the wrong ticket. That ain't the waiter's fault. Or maybe the bartender is swamped because it's a bunch of people sitting at the bar and that's why they didn't bring us our drink quick enough. Like that's not their fault. Like but what I do hold them accountable for is keeping me updated on what's going on.
And attitude.
Yeah, an attitude.
No, don't come with no attitude now. We're not gonna do that. You ain't about to come over here with no attitude.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, retail and restaurant working.
I do not. Going back, I do not. It was funny because my boss asked me when I was down in Charlotte, was like, are you missing the car business? And I was like, not at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
You're having the time of your life.
I just been enjoying, like, it feels like the days go by really, really fast. And the weekends go by fast too. So I understand when people say that. But it's still just nice to, like, when I leave at 3:30, 4:30, or 5:30, whenever I decide to leave, I'm done with work for the day. I'm done.
Yeah, we definitely work out of like it's just like a manage your own calendar, type of place. Like you know what you need to do, you know what you need to get done, you know what meetings you need to be on. Manage your own schedule and get your shit done. That's kind of the place that we work. And that's one of the things I'm a little afraid about the new job, which I think is going to be the same. And I've been told it's the same, but you just never know till you get there. Like, I don't want to lose the flexibility that I have right now. Like, the flexibility at my job right now is unmatched. I mean, it's great. It's absolutely great.
Literally, it's been times like here, like I get into work at 8:30 and be like, all right, I'm leaving at 2 today. But I'm going home to work from 3 until 7, or I'm getting in the office at 10. And yeah, I mean, it's just like, hey, this is what I need you to get done. Did you get it done? Okay, cool.
And that's it's not like daily tasks, like you're working on projects. So if I literally, I could be like, okay, I'm gonna work super hard on Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I could just chill. Like like I don't have to work as hard, you know. So it's been, I've had a great experience at my job, and it's kind of bittersweet leaving, but it was time to move on.
Congratulations. Arizona. Can't wait to get. It's exciting to get down to AZ. Never been to Phoenix or Scottsdale, but never been down there. I've flown through, stopped through, never been. So, how long y'all going down there for, Mar? I know y'all like to get around when y'all travel. So I'm pretty sure y'all hit more than just Arizona. Wish we could.
Man, I know. I know it's gonna be the quickest weekend ever.
And we don't, because not to mention, we don't get there until
Thursday
night. We don't get there until like 7 o'clock on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I guess we're talking about it. We're going to a friend's wedding in Arizona at the end of the month. So mutual friend with Mara, obviously I know Mara. It's our people, it's our cousin. So we are excited about this. We've never been to Arizona. And it's like literally like a blimp on the radar. We are like, again, because it's like for us, I don't know. This is one of the things that we like have had conversations about with kids. But it's like it's an ordeal to like put together a trip for us to go. Even on the day trip we just went on, like, all right, well, we got to get my sister to pick the kids up. Yeah. Hey, you take when you get the kids, take them here, take him home, and then you're.
And I feel like it's gotten. I was talking to my friends about this today because they were like,
"Well, you got the other light on."
No, it went that one on.
Tell Morgan to plug it back up then.
Why don't you just go to sleep?
Okay, well, hit the button on it. Just hit the button on it.
So, what was I saying? So I was talking to my friends today, and we were talking about taking a girl trip like we've been talking about for 20 years, and ain't nobody going nowhere, and they know it. But we were talking about that, and they were like, "Oh, well, somebody was like, oh, we're in the baby making phase of our lives. Once we push these kids out, we'll be going." And I'm like, "No, you won't," because I was like, I thought it would be easier when the kids got older. When they started school, it actually got harder.
It's harder
because we have to like coordinate who's going to get them to school, who's going to pick them up from school. Like when we take
because you can only travel and not to mention they in school, so you can only travel on certain times because you got to get them to school.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, it actually got harder when they had to be like when we had a structured day for them and they had to be in school and they're in all these activities. Like it's actually gotten harder to travel.
Like we
still go,
Like we lost her. Like we used to like for like it was like 3 years. We used to go out of town for her birthday. Like we'd be like, it's cold outside. We're gonna go to Mexico or something to get warm. But her birthday is during the regular school year. So last year we went out of town, but it was like this time last year because we had to plan it around spring break.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
because this was like the time I got sick, like around the time I got like sick out of nowhere when we came back. It was in like March and I got sick out of nowhere.
Yeah. But so it was like it's like this trip is like this trip we leave on Thursday. And it's like, all right, so the kids still got school on Friday. So, and they have to be picked, and our flight leaves. We have to be at the airport before the kids are out of school. So it's like, all right, my sister gonna pick the kids up from school. They're gonna take them to Cece's mother's house. Then she's gonna take my son to her house. Then they all need to get back to school on Friday. So my sister is gonna take my son to Cece's parents' house. Her father is gonna take all the kids to school. Then the kids got to get picked up again. My sister's going to go pick them up again on Friday, drop them off, keep them, and then we get home on Sunday to pick them up. So it's like an ordeal. Like we got to make, and it's court, and it's not just like, hey, one phone call. I had to call my sister. She had to call her father. She had to call her sister. I had to ask my mother. Like it's a coordination.
And it's 4 kids, and it's 3 different locations or 2 different locations. They go to 2 different schools, obviously, because they're 2 different ages. So they go to 2 different schools, and then the baby just stay with my mom. So it's like, it's just a lot. But we gotta go though. I mean, we gotta get away. We definitely need our alone time.
It's draining, especially when they are elderly and no one take care of them. Yeah. Home healthcare is
healthcare in general.
Healthcare in general, right? It's just. especially when you get that connection with people. It's rough. It's rough.
I remember I thought I wanted to be a nurse, remember?
I do remember. And I told her, you do not want to do that. I was a nurse, and I'm like, you don't want to do that. She's like, I do. I'm like, no, you do not want to. You will not make it doing that.
I got a B in anatomy, though. I was one semester, and then I like sat down and thought about my life, and I was like, what am I doing?
I'm like, you
I
damn.
don't want to be no damn nurse. So that was short-lived.
The worst experience I've had was when I used to do vehicle collections and repos. During a field visit, customer pulled a gun out on me. Yep. And my driver tried to write me up. What they try to write you up for? Oh my God. I would have customers. Y'all know I used to be a general manager of a car dealership. And we dealt with people with less than perfect credit. Still say that. I would have customers come in and like cuss me out or try to cuss me out because they would cuss me out over the phone. It's funny because I know I'm a bigger dude. They cuss me out over the phone and they'd be like, oh, when I get there, I'm gonna F you up and F this and da 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 da. And I would tell them like, I didn't repo your car. You gotta talk to the finance company. Just wait until I get there. And then they'd be like, I see them from my office and they'd be like, I'm here to see Mark. And all anger and then one of my associates would come and grab me. They'd be like, oh, you Mark? Oh, hey, how you doing, sir? Da, 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 da. But yeah, but I did have many of people, like, sadly to say, my people, like, before I would come around, they would be talking to like some of my like service department people, and they would be like, mother effer this, mother effer that. I'll come and shoot this place up. And there's many a times I had to tell, I would call and tell my boss. I never cussed a customer out, but I've put several customers in their place, and I would call and tell my boss, hey, you're probably gonna get a corporate complaint today from something I did today, and I don't care. So and she'd be like, no, you document it and let's keep going.
When people act crazy because they do that. People used to do that when I worked at rallies. They would get. I never forget, for like a brief stint, rallies changed the cheese sauce. Y'all know if y'all go to Rallies or Checkers, they have chili cheese fries. For a brief stint, this was probably maybe a 3-month stint. They must have got so much blowback because they changed the cheese sauce on the chili cheese fries to shredded cheese. And so when it started, when customers would get it, they'd be like, what the F is this? Now, like the one guy came in showing me the fry box and he like, what the F is this? And I said, chili cheese fries. Like, what do you want me to say? This ain't the type of cheese we used to have. Y'all used to have blah, blah, blah. Sir, do you think I own Rallies? Sir, do you think I was able to order the type of cheese I wanted? Like, why are you yelling? I'm a 17-year-old kid. Why are you yelling at me, sir? Like, honestly, like people just act stupid for no reason.
That's the thing too. So like, it's a fine line. It's a real fine line. Me and CC is like the yin and yang of this. And as I'll be like, she get upset about stuff, and I'll be like, well, getting mad ain't not really gonna change anything. Me getting mad is not really gonna change this situation here. It is what it is.
Sometimes it's not. It is what it is. I don't like people telling me they can't do something. I know they can, but you don't bring me the fucking shredded cheese. Like I didn't order this, sir. Like my name is not Mr. Rally. I don't know what you want me to do about this. This is what we have. You take it or leave it. Like people just do dumb. Like I don't know. People just do dumb stuff, and it bothers me to no end. Like, man.
Mara said, no. We were supposed to do it during pandemic and had to cancel 10 whole days. Oh my God.
That was 10 days in Arizona. Would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Military, healthcare, and teachers. I did 2 of the 3. Military. I remember telling her this was. It's so funny because I feel like all these is bringing up convos with her. Like I remember telling her how much I made as an E3 and an E4 in the military, and I was like telling her, like I was talking about her and her brother, because her brother's what they were like an E8 in the military now. He's high.
I don't know what that means.
His military rank.
I know,
His
but
pay.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah, his pay. So anyway, I remember saying like, yeah, this is how much he makes. And she's like, no. I was like, no, that's how much you make in the military. No, ain't no way. I'm like, baby, I made like $800 the 1st and the 15th every year in the military. Obviously, you get your medical comped, you get free, you got food and housing. But yeah, it was like $800, $900, maybe. 1st and the 15th.
I'm glad everybody in the world's not like me, because we would not have military defense if everybody in the world was like me.
I mean, it's most of the people serving. That's the thing. Most of the people serving in your United States military are not there because they want to be there.
I'm sure.
Yeah. They see it as a means to an end.
I'm sure. But
having kids is a full-time job, and they get crazier the older they get. And I just had one. But as teenagers, they have all these activities, and you still have homework, dinner. Yes. Yes. Believe me, we are in 3 different phases of life over here. So
yeah, I know. We have a toddler running around, and we have this first and second child. We have the 1st and 2nd graders, and they're in 3 activities each.
Yeah.
Softball will be starting up soon. She'll be playing basketball in the fall. We have soccer. We have gymnastics.
She started playing basketball because she got basketball camp on Sunday.
Yeah. You gotta be there 11:45 and bring $5. Don't forget. I forwarded you the email. Did you see it?
I saw it. I saw your email because your emails come to my email.
I told you to stop doing that.
I didn't do that.
You did do it.
I told you why it's like that. But and then we got a 14-year-old who plays football.
And they practice every single day. And somebody has to pick him up every single day. And it's like, it is draining sometimes. But my parents did it for me, so.
And what's the alternative? Like, because I hate what he's doing now.
Them sitting there looking at you, eating up all your
food, playing on computers or video games all day long. So I'd rather them be out doing something. It drives me crazy. But it's like, I actually enjoy it when he be like, hey, I'm going to go to the mall. Hey, I'm going to go here. Because it's like, that's the stuff I used to do when I was a kid. Like, get on that 15 to Randall, or get on that 1 to Tower City and go and hang out, or get on that Rapid to Tower City and go hang out. Like, so the alternative is them sitting here, like I said, eating up all your food and
using the electricity, slowing down the internet,
using up all your hot water.
Yeah. Tried to write me up because I pulled a butcher knife on him and threw a brick at him.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Like, what is my? She said, "What? The Memphis, you gotta have something on you." I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you. I mean, because that's the end of the day. If he'd have shot you for repoing his car, they'd have found somebody else to do your job next week.
Yep.
So.
You sure would have. Front desk at a high-end hotel and people crazy. You won't believe the things. I can imagine. I can imagine.
Especially at so I would tell y'all this scene on Anna that we was watching last night.
I was thinking that too.
This lady walks up to the front desk and she wants to go to I guess this park in New York City that she want to go walk around in. And she tells the front desk she wants to make reservations to this park. And the lady is like, there's no reservations, ma'am. It's a park. You show up, you walk around. She I demand reservations. And she was like, fine. You know what? I'll call Parks and Rec and I'll let them know that you're coming. Like, what is...
People be ridiculous. And that's probably somebody's real conversation.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Because that entitlement of people, I hate that. That's probably my biggest thing. I don't like to see people being treated shitty at all. Even when we go out of town and we go to our all-inclusive resorts and stuff and we tip and they would literally work hand. They would literally be work. What's the word I'm looking for? But you don't have to do it if you don't want to do anything. You don't have to do anything at these resorts.
Yeah.
And I still like don't. I'm not that guy. I'm still not that guy, even in that element. I still tip well, but I've seen people who be like, "Oh, go get me this," or "Do this," or like, I just don't. I just don't like. I'm not a fan of not treating people with respect, regardless of their line of work.
I agree. Makeup question? Yeah, you can ask, girl. Shoot. I got a new NARS duo coming tomorrow. It's like a bronzer blush duo. It's new. It was at Ulta. I'm excited about it. I ordered it, and I've never seen a NARS bronzer that deep. So yeah, I've never seen a NARS bronzer this deep. So I don't know if this is a new shade or I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy and they've always had it, but I'm so excited about it. It should be here tomorrow. I'm gonna show y'all. It's called the Summer Unrated Blush and Bronzer Duo. And they have a duo with Orgasm and Laguna. They have a
Orgasm is a color.
Yeah, it's an iconic blush color. But I already have Orgasm, but Laguna is too light for me. They have one with Casino, which is the other blush color. And then, why is my phone freezing? And then they have one with this. This is the deepest one. And I don't know what the name of the bronzer is called. I'll tell you in a minute. But it looks like this. And I'm like, this is the deepest NARS bronzer I've ever seen. So I'm excited. I'll definitely be reviewing this. I don't know what the name of the bronzer is, though. I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it. But yeah, girl, ask away. And they don't go away when they get grown. My son is more nerve-wracking now at 23. I believe it. These kids just never get better.
I can definitely imagine I was probably drove my mother more crazy as I got older than when I was younger. Because at least when I was younger, she could keep an eye on me. When I got older, I kind of had the money and means to do what I wanted to do. Like it would be time. I remember, I never forget the one time I popped back up in Cleveland when I was in the service, and I told her I was coming home on like a Saturday, but I actually got back in town on like Thursday, and she found out I was in town on Friday, and was like so pissed.
Yeah, Sephora were a hot mess. I've heard horror stories about Sephora and how they treat their employees. Don't they call them like cast members or something? But I've heard cast members, yeah. Like actors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard horror stories about people working at Sephora. Like so many crazy stories.
Is Sephora the place that's the makeup one that's made? Who is the person? Which line is it that made the joke about Chingy recently? You sure about that?
That was Estee Lauder.
Estee Lauder, okay.
Which is a brand in Sephora.
Yeah, okay.
They're the umbrella brand for like MAC.
I just know that the CEO or president retweeted a meme about Chingy and got let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this generation is so sensitive. You can't do nothing in this generation.
Yeah, that was Estee Lauder. The brands are sold in Sephora and Ulta, but they're probably one of the biggest brands. Apple Watch about to die.
You're just telling me I should charge up before I go to bed. Seeing the time on my 11th day of.
This is my first day back to the gym in 2 weeks, and it felt so good to be back. I think today is 2 weeks exactly, and it felt so good to be back. I had my hair straightened, so I took a week off. What are you doing?
Messing with the birds.
I had my hair straightened, so I took a week off, and then last week it got crazy at work, so I couldn't go. My hair is so long now. I did a natural hair update. It'll be up on Sunday on my other channel, but my hair is like, it's braided now. I had my mama braid it before I worked out because I knew it was gonna get like all shriveled up in an afro, but my hair has grown so long. It's like almost bra strap length. Like, honestly, it's been doing so good. Cast members. That's what I thought, and the sales floor is called the stage. I love innovative shit like that. But again, I've heard horror stories about people working at Sephora.
I've seen some people in Sephora and Mac, and
what?
They come off like cast members.
How do you figure?
Because they extra. I've seen some super extra people in Mac.
So
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
people be extra everywhere.
Okay.
They do.
I'm just saying, I've seen some extra people in Mac.
I understand that I worry more about him as an adult than I did when he was younger. I was talking to my friends about this before, and I was just like the kids, yes, they get older, and I feel like physically it gets easier because you don't have to dress them, you don't have to feed them yourself, you don't have to clothe them, but mentally, I feel like it gets harder.
It does. I remember when I dropped Mario off at the mall. Was that 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or whatever? And my conversation was to him was, hey, and when you get in this mall, act like you got some sense. I'm not around you. I was like, and keep in mind, your friends don't look like you. That was what I said to him as he got out the car. Your friends don't look like you. Keep that in mind when you're in this mall.
Those are the conversations we have to have with our children, sadly. With our black and brown boys and girls. Those are the conversations that have to be had when they go places. Because, I don't know.
It is. It was crazy. I don't know. I don't know how it resonates with him when I say that stuff. But I legit mean that. Like, you can't get, my son is, if y'all ain't seen Mari lately, he's my height. And he damn near as big as I am at 14 years old. So you're just a big black kid. You don't have the same parameters as your white friends.
They will shoot you in a heartbeat. Translation.
So you need to act accordingly.
Yeah, kids it definitely, it gets easier like physically because you don't have to chase them around, but mentally it gets harder. And then you get into stuff like driving and dating and stuff like that, and it gets harder, you know? What you saying about?
I'm thinking about my daughter's day. Oh, Cece cheating on me, y'all. I didn't know if y'all want to update on that.
What did she say? What did she say exactly?
Her exact words was, "Do mommy have a boyfriend?" And I said, "Why do you think that?" And she said, "Maybe she's just getting tired of you." And I said, "Well, I don't know. Do you think mommy has another boyfriend?" "I don't know. She might." I said, "Okay. Well, you should ask your mother when she comes home if she has another boyfriend."
She never asked me. She never asked me. I was out yesterday.
Oh, because they already think and they be like, "Mommy always go out,"
which I don't.
You go out more than daddy,
which I don't. Yeah, I was out yesterday with my boss and a couple of coworkers. Like I said, we had been working on this project for like a couple of weeks, and we just had a rough couple of weeks. Like, it's just been exhausting and mentally draining. So we went out to have some drinks after work, and he called me talking about Morgan said you had a boyfriend. I was like, what?
I didn't call you. What happened was Cece was supposed to be. Cece was talking about she was going to have a drink after work, and that was at like 4:00. Here she come calling at like 7:30, so she on her way home. After I spoke to her at like 5:30, and she said she was getting her food to go. And I'm like,
I ate that food at the table.
And I'm like,
kept drinking.
And I was like, my question was, I was like, oh, maybe Morgan is right. I was like, because seeing as how you said you was on your way home like an hour or so ago, is you creep? What's going on here?
I kept like getting ready to leave, and then I just kept talking. I was like, forget it. And I opened that to-go box and ate that food at the table. He needed it. It has been like it's just been a super exhausting week, y'all. Like it's been crazy. And then I was telling him funny because about that I was telling him a story. I was in Target.
Yes.
This was like end of last year, maybe middle of last year, I don't know. But we were in Target, and somebody I went to school with works at the Target that we always go to. So I see him, I say hi, you know. So me and the girls we were looking at something, I can't remember. And he like walked past and he was like, "What's up, Cece?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And like as loud as she possibly could, for some reason, Morgan was like, "Mom, is that your boyfriend?" And I was like, "What? Why would that be my boyfriend?" And it was so embarrassing. And I was like, "Why would that be my boyfriend?" I don't know, because you said hi to him. Is that apparently those are the parameters of having a boyfriend and saying hi? Apparently.
I don't even want to know these conversations these girls be having with like boys and stuff like that. Cause they come home and now I feel like they radar's already up because they come home talking about they got a boyfriend with daddy and daddy is like, no, you don't. You don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah. They probably at school telling all our business that we be talking about.
Oh, they already be posting talking about they telling their friends about. Y'all want to know how much telling our friends we got a YouTube channel. Funniest story ever with the kids and YouTube, and I will say this, and then we'll keep moving on to the subject. So Raya comes home from school. It's like last year when she was in kindergarten, y'all, right? And she says she told her friend, which is our neighbor, like right up the street here, we had a YouTube channel, and he said he was going to watch our YouTube channel to see Raya. Just so happens that we had a video that went live and it was a premiere and we were talking about sex on the video. And he was in the comment section talking about, "Hi, I'm Raya's friend."
These kids.
Oh my God. Needless to say, we had to delete the comment and kick him out of the video.
I'm like, these kids. Yeah, a little white boy up the street. I'm like, oh, where are your parents, sir? Because you shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to Target and got a foundation stick from Thread. I was just in Target. Funny enough, so I was looking at some of the black-owned brands in Target. This was when I go to Target Sunday. When I left the house and went to Target. Yeah, I do my Sunday walkthrough at Target if I don't go during the week. And so I was at Target and I was like looking through all the black-owned brands, just seeing what I didn't have. I bought some stuff from Lip Bar. I bought a few more things from Black Radiance, even though I don't think Black Radiance is black owned, but I like their products. But I bought a few things from Black Radiance, and then I bought a few more things from Lip Bar, and because I just wanted to see what black owned things they had, and I saw a sign and it had like the different black owned brands, like it had Lip Bar and it had like some more, and I saw Thread on the sign, but my Target did not have anything from Thread, so now I gotta go online and purchase and try it out. And yes, tell me how you like it. It's water drinking.
He jumped over Didi comments. The kids gonna have you wondering.
No, yeah. No. These kids, I don't know where they like. Usually, it's not Morgan that say that stuff though. It's Mariah that just say this stuff come out of her mouth.
What else? She suffers from word vomit. Whatever comes to mind comes out of Raya's mouth. But Morgan, I think Morgan is our child who cares about, like, I think that's the one I'm worried about, like popularity and fitting in and stuff like that. That's the stuff Morgan that's hard for me.
Yeah, she can pick up on stuff and act accordingly. Yeah. That's Morgan will like pick up on stuff and act accordingly. Yeah. Mariah's just like either don't know or don't care and just will say whatever she feels like it. Yeah. Morgan picks up on
and she wants to be like how she wants to fit in. Yeah. She cares about what people think about her, or her hair didn't look a certain way. She like really wants to dress how certain, like Raya come down. If we let Raya go to school and like a
She
tank,
got
her
jeans-
nightgown.
Jeans on backwards. How you put jeans on backwards and they got a button in the front?
I ain't even talking about the jeans. I'm just talking about her selection of clothing. She'll come down in like
But
a
that's what I'm saying,
multicolored
she don't
shirt,
care.
a multicolored like rainbow shirt, and like I don't know, like she'll come down in like some rainbow pants or something, and a black shirt, and like some winter boots, and be like, "I'm going to school."
Right, she'll look a mess every day. Like I said, she'll come with her jeans. How do you put jeans on backwards and they got 2 pockets in the back and a button in the front and a zipper in the front, and she literally puts them on backwards, and I'm like, and comes downstairs how much she ready to go. What's wrong with you? I cannot.
But yeah, I mean, they I be having that. I'm sorry asking them if they, especially if I'm be traveling more. Like, was a man here? Somebody here? Was there somebody here? What's going on here?
Go ahead now.
No, I don't know. And he nerve to say, "Mama, you have to have all that gray hair." I said, "Yes." Besides being 55 years old, and you worry the hell out of me. Yeah. Cece got her first gray hair.
First of all, nobody asked you. I was doing my hair last week, and I didn't know about it. And I was doing my hair last week, and I was like, "Now I know this is not a gray hair."
And she about freaked out. And I'm like, "Oh, I thought it's okay to have a gray hair." Mind y'all don't know. If y'all don't know,
that was for you, not me.
If y'all don't know, if the secret's been out the back, I die. I've been dying. I'm 38. Probably like 6 years I've been dyeing my hair. Because I grayed. My father is completely gray. What I know about him is he's completely gray. I've been gray for a long time. I got my first gray hair when I was like 17 years old. Might even been 16. And if I was to let this grow gray, it would be probably what I'd be having like, y'all seen videos. I'd be having like gray hairs over. I probably would be damn near completely gray if I ever let my hair just grayed out. But I say all that to say, when I had a gray hair, it's okay. It's all right, baby. Just let it go. She had a gray hair. It's the end of the world.
Because I was talking to you, not me. It's okay for you, not me.
Same thing happened with this job that she just got. When I would be telling her, "It's all right, baby. It's okay. I just went through the same thing." I'd be like, "I'm giving you the same advice you gave me." It's like, that advice don't apply to me.
It was just a very long, which I'll explain in the video. It was just a very long interview process, y'all. It was long. It was draining.
It was longer than mine. Mine was long, and it was longer than mine.
It was crazy. And just a lot of different steps. I'm excited. I'm grateful, but it was ridiculous. So
they thought they had a family-friendly channel. Yeah, we struggle with that, like identifying at times what our channel is even. So yeah. Because we look at some of the, because I think they want to be like, they watch like a lot of family vlog channels, and those are family vlog channels. Our channel just happens to be, our family is in it, but it's not per se a family channel.
And I don't know that I want to be a family channel. Like, he's right. Like, we kind of struggle to, and I don't know that we have to, but we kind of struggle to put ourselves in one of those neat YouTube boxes. Like, what does our channel do? Because like you said, we do show family content, a lot of family content, because we have a family. Like, there's 6 of us. So it would be really difficult to not talk about those aspects of life when they're such a big part of your life. But at the same time, they're not the only part of our lives. Like, the kids are not the only portion of our lives. Like, we have our marriage, and everything kind of intermingles. So I don't know. I don't know. We struggle with that.
What are your thoughts on Ryan Coogler? I was just talking about her. I was just talking to Cece about that last night. They are saying that telecall 911 is a black woman. Oh, it's a black woman? It's a black woman. Oh, wow. I didn't know that she was a black woman.
I don't understand how she would call 911 if he had ID. Like, I don't get
my whole thing with that was, and I need to get all of the pieces, is like, one, like, if he filled out a blank slip and handed her the bank slip asking for his money, like you said, with his ID, how did she think he was robbing the bank? Two,
If he didn't say he was robbing the bank, how did
well,
she
if you
think he
say
was
give me this, I don't that's what I say. I don't. Two, if he has a bank deposit slip and you open up his account, you'll see that this is Ryan Coogler. He has millions of dollars in the bank. Like, I don't understand. I didn't really understand. Like,
even if he has $0 in the bank, if he give you a bank slip for $12,000, you open up his account and you say,
I said-
"Sir, you don't have no money," and you send him on his way. Like, that's it. I just don't understand. I just don't understand why the police was called if he did not say, "I'm going to rob this bank."
yeah, I didn't. Like I said, It happened at the beginning of the year. I'm surprised we're just not hearing about this. But I need more details. I need to know exactly. Even though this ain't the first time something like this happened in Atlanta. I remember what's his name? It's not Young Gangster. What's it? The dude who made that song. He rap with a lot. He do a lot of songs with Moneybag Yo. I forget his name. Young Blackster, I think. I forget his name. But he got the same thing happen to him. He tried to withdraw like $25,000 out of an Atlanta bank, or $25,000 or $30,000 out of Atlanta bank, and they called the police on him. They gave him the money, but they called the police on him, and the police met him in the parking lot.
Why would they give him? Why would they think he was robbing a place if he had an account?
I don't. They thought that because he was cashing a check. They thought the check he was cashing was fake, but then they went back in the bank and they found out, they looked at his account and he had more than enough money to cover the check.
So why did they call the police?
Why do people do the things that they do?
I don't understand.
Same thing when we happened with Huntington, with the bullshit we happened with Huntington, who thought we was giving out fraudulent. These banks is ridiculous.
So that must have been her first day, because it's so common for customers to give written info. See, her manager should have had sense. She was clearly very nervous. She did say his pen went through. So if the pen went through, that's what I'm not understanding. Said they say he wrote on a note the instructions on how he wanted the money. Oh, so maybe she thought it was a robbery note. I want 5,000 in ones, 10,000 in 20s.
I'm Ryan Coogler. Look at my account. There's millions of dollars in there.
It said, the note said, "Be discreet," and she assumed he was trying to rob the bank. Oh, be discreet. Okay, so he said, but be discreet. It still doesn't.
Maybe I don't. If I'm asking for $12,000, I want you to be discreet too. I don't want you to just be like 100, 200, 300. I don't want you to count out $12,000 in. That
ain't even enough money to rob a bank for, though.
I don't want you to hand me $12,000 in cash and let the whole bank know that I'm taking out $12,000 either. So I can understand that too.
It's very simple. He didn't want them to count it in front of people.
Yeah, right. That's
yeah. When I worked for the food spot, we had everything written out on how we wanted our change. Happens very often. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but that's what I would think. I would think that if I was getting $12,000 out of the bank, I wouldn't want you to count out $12,000 in front of me. Like, because when you get $1,000 out the bank, they count it like 100, 200, 300. I don't want you to count out $12,000 in front of me.
Said she didn't even look at his ID because her stomach was in knots.
Oh.
What? Oh my God. People. But even when the police got there, why would they detain him?
Well, because the police were called. That's why they said, that's why it's quote unquote, he wasn't arrested. They had to investigate. And I don't understand why they had to put cuffs on him. That's the thing I don't get. Like, when police detain people, like, if you just trying to do your job, I get that. You don't have to. Did I do a crime? Why are you putting me in handcuffs here?
Like, he probably wasn't trying to run or anything. Yeah. So like,
why do you need to put me in handcuffs?
They could have just been like, sit over here.
Here, I need you to stand over here with a cop standing right next to him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why you need to put me in handcuffs.
I worked at a bank before, and they're always so damn triggered thinking people are gonna rob them.
I can imagine that. I feel like when we look at the news here in Cleveland, it's like some attempted bank robbery here. Every week, but they've enhanced most of the security in a lot of our banks here so much that it's damn near impossible to rob banks. The ones who do the security systems.
Yeah.
It's damn near impossible to rob some of the banks up here in Cleveland. It's like you gotta I don't know if you got this where y'all at, but like at a few of our banks, in order to get out and get in, like you gotta open the door. That door has to close behind you. You have to walk through like a metal detector, and then another door opens. Same thing with going out. You have to like open the door closes behind you. You walk through another metal detector, and then the door opens.
And only one person can
Go
go
at a
in or
time.
out at a time. Yeah. Good night. Thank you for joining. We're about to get
We're
off
up
here
to
too.
9 minutes.
She's going ahead on and quit that job. Right. That is ridiculous. You do is ask for ID. Well, that's what I keep thinking. Like the first thing you do,
like you pull up his account. You pull up it's just Ryan Coogler.
He said I've been robbed. I've been robbed at work, and that ain't my money. Right.
Oh, have y'all seen the video?
I will give you whatever. What you want? It's more in the back. Go ahead and take it.
It's a video circulating on the internet right now of a dude who like robbed. He like steals something out like our equivalent of City Blue. He like was shopping. And he like grabbed a bag off the wall. And he like walked towards the cashier like he was about to buy it. And he ran out the store. And the cashier was there folding clothes. And she looked at him walk out the store. And then she like put the phone down and she walked to the back. Like it looked like she was going to tell him, hey, somebody just stole something.
I'm not running after. I remember what is that? I worked at IHOP and somebody ran. I worked at IHOP and somebody like walked out on a check and one of the servers ran after him. And I'm like, why is you running after
you? Don't they come out there? Don't they come out your check?
Not if you caught them within a certain amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Like if it was like 3 hours later, but if you caught them around at a certain amount of time, then no. Like, what is you running after him for? Is you crazy? I ain't about to run after nobody. You done lost your mind.
It ain't my money.
That's ridiculous.
That money is insured.
Even if it wasn't insured, it still ain't my money. I don't care. You're not about to I do not care. What do you want?
Once again, I've been robbed at work. Yeah,
it's covered by insurance. My coworker pursed in the bathroom too. Go get that too. I take it all. Just leave me alone. Yeah, take it all and leave. They used to work at rallies, and there was one that was like maybe like 10 minutes away from the one I worked.
Oh, it's one on Euclid.
No.
I mean East Cleveland.
On 55th.
Oh, 50, yeah.
And they would get robbed
every
all the time, like broad daylight. They would get robbed, and they're like, "Hey, y'all be careful. We just got robbed." I mean, it was just like a thing. Like it just happened all the time. It was a thing, and it would be in broad. Like sometimes it would be at night, but it would be a lot of times it was just in broad daylight, and they would just call us and be like, "Y'all be careful. They just robbed us."
But you got to think like the most you getting out of a fast food restaurant,
crackhead,
$100, $150 maybe.
Crackhead in that neighborhood.
$150 maybe.
Ain't nobody with no sense robbing rallies in the middle of the day.
Hell, even if you think about $12,000.
That's what I said. That's not even enough to rob nobody. Like
what I'm robbing you for $12,000.
You don't want the 15 we got here? Why just 12? I got questions. Only 12?
I had a deaf customer that asked for $25,000 on a deaf customer.
Oh, a deaf customer.
And my stupid coworker put the alarm on and had everybody in the branch scared and screaming.
Oh my God. We used to have that almost happened to us once too. And that's so funny at rallies. I've always rally stories tonight. That happened to us one time too. We had this man, he was a regular and he was deaf, and he'd come in and he'd put a note on the counter of what he wanted. And we knew him. He ordered the same thing every time. And we knew him, and he came in, didn't say anything. And we had a new girl there. And it was kind of like she was just so scared because he wasn't saying anything. He just put the napkin on the counter, and he was a bigger guy, like a bigger black guy, but he was really sweet. But he was a bigger black guy, and I guess he wasn't really smiling. He just like put the napkin on the counter with his order on it. And she's like, "What does he want? What does he want?" And she was looking at me, and I was like, "Girl, look at the napkin. He just trying to order his food. He's deaf." And she was like, Oh, I didn't know what he was doing. And I was like, okay, girl, calm down. I mean, the rallies was in the hood now, granted, so it could have been bad, but It's like just read the note. I'm of the okay. So I understand there are bad people in the world, right? But I am of the notion that most people are
Good people.
genuinely good people. They're just, or they don't care enough about you to do anything to you. Like I feel like most people are just trying to make it through life.
I feel like genuine. That is. I feel like most people are not like. Most people fear jail. You think about it, because I even used to explain this to like my associates when I was at work, and I would be like, because they would always be like, oh, like it's rough working here, it's rough, da 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 da. And I would be like, look, out of 100 people we sell a car to, 90% of the people are happy. And I think that's the world. 90% of the world scared to go to jail, don't want to do nothing that's going to end up in jail, don't want to hurt people. But 10%, that's the reckless people who crazy, they do whatever they want to do, da 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 da. But if you think about the world, if it's 10 million people out of 10 million people, that's still 1 million people that's willing to be crazy.
Yeah.
So, but 90% of the world is pretty cool. They don't want to go to jail. They want to just be law-abiding citizens.
I mean, I just feel like if something gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. I don't know, like you not giving that man his money, or like in my case, you just looking at that man when he giving you the note. Like if it would have said, "Give me all the money in the register," I just hand him all the money in the register.
I just about to say, here you go.
You want a burger too?
But like, what if you got shot? If you hit that button, boop, police come. You hit that button. What if he'd have figured out you hit that button for $12,000?
I mean, I ain't saying if you can. I ain't saying don't hit the button, but I'm saying don't. I don't know. Just don't.
I mean, they fired Vivica over not hitting the button. I guess you're right.
Oh my god.
They did fire Vivica for not hitting the button.
They said no. Well, it was for not hitting the button, but it was also because she was talking to old dude first because she knew him because he was from her neighborhood.
Yeah. What is the procedure? Yeah, no, that Ryan Coogler situation. I posted about that on my Instagram, and I was like, that's the thing. I didn't want to make it like a race, and I didn't know the woman was black, and that was the biggest thing. Like, I didn't want to make it like it's a race thing. I wanted to make it like this is crazy that we like are people like this, like that you would call the police on somebody for something like this.
I think also like in general, like so not saying that it is a racist thing, but I think in society there are certain stereotypes, and even as a black person, you still kind of fall into some of those or you still kind of look at some of those stereotypes even about your own people.
You do.
And it's been ingrained in us for so long that you know, this is, or that maybe somebody who's going to rob you looks a certain way, or dresses a certain way, or acts a certain way. And even as a black person, that's still ingrained in our minds, in our everyday.
I can't front, because there's certain times when I'm driving home from work now, when I come over like a certain way, if I go home a certain way and I get stopped at a stoplight, I hit my locks.
Lock them doors.
I hit my locks on my door.
And it just like so I mean,
but that's also because I feel like we can say that though because we lived in that, so we know the people there. We're not just assuming. We know there's people there that might do that.
Maybe she did too. I don't know what kind of bank this was or what neighborhood it was in or anything, but I just feel like, and that's another thing you get. Like if I was in a bank in Beverly Hills, I would probably feel super like relaxed and like, okay, nothing's gonna happen here, even though because those are probably like, I would think probably mostly white people coming through there or whatever.
White people don't rob people though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. But that's what society has taught us though, that they don't. And then maybe you see this black guy who could be like a rapper or something like that, but he's dressed a little thuggish, and you're like,
he wasn't even
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he was. I don't know what he was wearing. But I'm saying just in general, that's how our minds work. So, maybe I'm in this big fancy bank in a great neighborhood where mostly white people are. And I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna happen here. And then this black guy comes in that I don't know, is kind of thuggish. Like in my mind, automatically,
I feel like
I'm probably gonna be like, what's he doing here?
It's sad that and I don't want to get too heavy.
It sucks.
I don't want to get too heavy before we get off, but it is sad that we got to move as black people like that. Like, it's one of the reasons why, like, I need my glasses to see, but it's one of the reasons why I put on my glasses every day when I go to work, because I feel like I come off less intimidating as a big black guy if I got on my glasses. Like, I don't look as intimidating. Oh, he's got on his glasses. He's got on fitted jeans, a vest and glasses. He doesn't look as intimidating as when I would probably my everyday outfit with a little bit of a baggier jeans, some jewelry on, and some J's on. I don't feel like I look as intimidating when I dress that way.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we have to move that way as black people, but that's unfortunately that's the way we move. We have to move to be not looked at that way.
Yep.
Well, not black people. I think that's black men. I give you a black one. I feel like that's black men that have to appease to that. I feel like black women don't have to that struggle. They don't have that struggle, that intimidation struggle that black men have when we walk into places.
Not intimidation, but we have the other stereotypes.
Yeah, the angry black woman stereotype. Anytime you voice a concern or anything like, or
the ghetto, or all of that.
But yeah, we have the intimidation. Like I feel like I could wear the same outfit. I could wear some J's, some jeans, and a hoodie, and a white guy could wear some J's, a jeans, and a hoodie, and I'm gonna look more feared than he is.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, they were in Bank of America in Atlanta. Yeah, if she made the mistake, you're right. The manager should have been like, well, what the fuck did the note say? Like, where are you so, so she probably went, I'm just making this up, but I'm assuming she went to the manager. I'm hoping the manager ain't that stupid. So I'm assuming she went to the manager and was probably like, oh my God, this guy's trying to rob a bank. And the manager just took her word for it.
Well, she said that he also had on a mask. I mean, well, you got a mask on. This is the world we live in.
Everybody got a mask. I thought about they got MJ. I thought that too when we first started wearing masks. I was like, I wonder if like crime is gonna go up or like bank robberies and shit because everybody gonna have on masks and nobody gonna know what people's face look like. I swear it'd be people like saying hey to me in stores, and I'm like, how do you know who I am? Because I sure don't know who you are. Like I can't tell people through their masks.
It's funny to be barefaced because our job actually took away our mask mandate, so we are like barefaced at work, and it feels weird.
Got your naked face out at work now. Thanks, maybe. Oh, pull your mask down for the camera.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Like that's how they do it at the airport.
Yeah,
they identify who you are. They'll be like, I need you to pull your mask out.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I don't want to get too heavy. It's 10:30. And like I can go play my video game or anything, but
oh my God. Thank you guys for jumping on. You hear MJ, he up there acting a fool per usual. But thank you guys for jumping on. We had a great conversation today. So as usual, if you guys have any other topics that you want us to hit on these lives, make sure you let us know. Leave it under a video. You can DM us, tell us on Instagram, whatever the case. Let us know if you want us to hit other topics. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another live, and the next video is going live on
Sunday. You ask me that every time I say Sunday.
I just want you to say it. Next video is going live on Sunday. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on. And the police got there. She told them good job. She told the police good job? All right, girl. She was tripping.
12 grand.
She was tripping. This man can't even get his money.
Millionaire.
All right, y'all. We will catch y'all in 2 weeks. Same time, same place. But in the meantime, videos will be going live, okay? Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.